bullshit. Oh my
Well, we're only going
god.
to cover the stuff that we just at least need to cover, but
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
all right. So I think that's still good. I definitely cannot see that. Let me up. Entire playoffs. Jesus. Shit. All right, Trev, we are currently recording. You can
All
start whenever you
right.
want.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. This is your host, Scorpion LXP Sports, coming at you today with a very special guest, OMZY. OMZY runs a very fun YouTube channel reacting to anime and whatnot. But today we decided we're going to do a nice crossover and talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers postseason, just the entirety of the postseason. Are we happy? Are we upset? Well, you're going to hear our thoughts.
I'm very surprised you used the word happy because I don't think anybody in Cleveland could be happy at all for what has happened throughout the last couple months.
I really think it's been a seesaw, up and down, teeter totter. I mean, that Toronto series, you should have won that in 5 games, maybe 6. It shouldn't have gone to game 7. And that Detroit series was just, dude, that was all over the place.
I'm very
And
surprised that we even made it to Detroit. I'm very, very surprised.
I'm not surprised. It's more like I'm not surprised we got there, but I'm surprised at the way we got there.
Yeah.
We should have played so much better with more chemistry, and we just didn't.
Like, I have all the stats here, guys, and everything. Once again, hello. My actual name is Omar. Everybody calls me OMZY. I run a YouTube channel as well, and I just knew that for this occasion, and I've been kind of thinking for a minute to at least try to see how I can incorporate myself onto his channel, but it couldn't have been for a worse occasion with what has probably gone down as one of the worst Cavs playoff series and postseason I've ever seen as a Cavs fan. And usually, at least for recordings, I wear a Cavs hat. You're not going to see that today at all. It is all Guardians, all anything Cavs at this point. And even as well, we also have to break some breaking news because at the time of this recording, a couple hours ago, ESPN and Sham decided to put out a little post saying that the Cavs are going to be bringing back Kenny Atkinson for a 3rd season.
And James Harden.
I don't know if James Harden is confirmed yet, but more than likely it's probably going to freaking happen. Might as well run it back, bring everybody back. I literally checked on Facebook and I thought that he got fired because other people were commenting and I literally saw his face and I'm like, finally he got fired because I was waiting. I was telling you, I've been waiting to hear something all day and I knew I was going to hear something. There was no amount of thought that would come into my mind that they would even think of re-signing him after everything that has happened in the last 2 weeks. Analytically, that is going to be the one word to sum up this Cavs season and postseason.
Analytically.
I don't get it.
Such a stupid quote from such a stupid quote. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Analytically, we're 2-3 right now.
I've never heard a coach say that ever in my history of watching sports. Ever.
It might have happened in football a couple times but I can't remember exactly who said it. But I mean, dude, if you're talking about all analytics and everything, if you're that good analytically, then shouldn't you, I don't know, win?
That's once again also with him saying that, I at least knew, okay, this dude knows that he's either on the chopping block or he's getting fired with the stuff that because you can't say anything. You can't say anything with everything that's happened with the Knicks series. Like, and yeah, even a little bit of the Detroit series, but the Knicks series, I've never not even felt so bad for this team, but never wanted a series to end quicker because this was an absolute embarrassment.
They couldn't have played worse in that series. they're going to make the excuse that they were tired and they were banged up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any of it because they used that same excuse last year against the Pacers when you swept the Heat. You dominated that Heat team and you ended up having the rest that the Knicks had, but decided to face the Pacers, and just crap yourself. And that's exactly what happened against the Knicks. The Knicks did what the Pacers did what the Cavs did last year. They swept Philly
Yeah.
and got the rest, but instead of doing what the Cavs did last year, they took advantage of that rest and they kicked the crap out of us.
And that's also still the thing where it was like going into the postseason last year or going into the offseason last year, we all knew that there at least had to be some changes. Like there had to be some changes that they had to do. Yes, there was rumors that KD was probably going to come here, and they like Phoenix wanted Mobley when we originally wanted to trade Garland. That trade was never going to happen, and quite honestly, who the hell wants KD? Look what happened this year. It's abysmal. And even still with the fact that, yes, the Cavs know what position they put themselves in when they traded away all their damn draft picks, and we won't be able to really rebuild this team until 2030. So, unfortunately, we're stuck in a rut where we honestly don't know what to do. Because even for the fact of who's given these people all this freaking money, are you really going to pay the dude that keeps on probably getting gassed every single playoff series, every single year? Not even only him, yes, a couple. Like, it's just like I don't know what else it's gonna take to really show to people that this team just probably cannot win a championship. Not even only win a championship for the fact of, I'm not saying talent, but the mental aspect of it, because that's how it was last year, and probably at least a couple years at least with that. But they were the number 1 seed going into the playoffs last year. And yes, you dominated the Heat. Congratulations. The Heat are completely terrible. Like, they're awful. But going in against the Pacers, where the Pacers had the most hype and energy out of any team in the playoffs last year. And I'll even say, like, and everybody can even say this, if Halliburton never got injured, they would have probably won the whole damn thing. They probably would have maybe won the NBA Finals, other than maybe, like, obviously, other than the Thunder. Because I think they would have had that enough energy in order to catapult them towards an NBA title. Probably could have been a 6-7 game series, but it's the fact where it's just always been with us. We don't have the energy. We don't have, like, anything. We don't have any motivation, no drive. This team has nothing. Literally nothing.
It's like they keep improving they improve every single year and then they just stop. It's like a dead halt. Like last year, they made it to the second round and got destroyed. The first year Atkinson was here, they got to the no, they got to the second round.
They got to the second round. They could never pass the second round.
No. Then they got to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, and then it was like, okay, we made it. We got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Have a good one, guys. This was a good year.
I'm getting so sick and tired of seeing these players post game comments from even Donovan, obviously Harden. Harden saying that, oh, he played really good or pretty solid. Are you kidding me? Thank God I have the stats here. Harden, you freaking averaged 19 points. You averaged freaking... Do I even want to go to the turnovers? Do I even honestly want to go to the damn turnover? Like, I don't.
You should, because people are going to say he averages 19, which is good. But then if you look at the turnovers, like, how many turnovers did he average a game?
Like, this
it was a lot. It was like he had to have been like, what, 5 to 7.
Man, there's a lot of stats on this freaking sheet, but it's like, I don't. Oh, here we go. This dude, I want to maybe say, let's see, because they're splitting, for some reason, they're splitting it up per game, which I don't kind of get, like, per team, which I want to see everything.
Yeah, long story short, I know he had like 8 turnovers one game, he had like 7 in another, and there's a couple games that he played well enough but the turnovers just killed us. And it's not just a Harden thing; it was a
Yeah.
team thing.
Yeah, he averaged about 5 turnovers a game.
Can't win. You can't win with 5 turnovers, especially against a team like the Knicks that were just that they couldn't miss. They could not miss. And that first game was an utter embarrassment because I think when they lost that first game against the Knicks, they were just like, okay, that's it. We're done.
We're done. And
They had that done mentality.
I don't blame most of the we were shooting like going into that first game and how they played that first game was exactly how they needed to go into that first game, especially coming off of game 7 against Detroit. And the game that they gave the game they played against Detroit was probably the best basketball they played all postseason, easily.
Oh, for sure. That game 7, they excuse me. Game 7 against Detroit gave them that killer instinct that I didn't think this team had. And I still don't think they have, because in game 7 during Detroit, they literally took every ounce of hope that Detroit had in that series and just stomped them in the neck. They just like pummeled them in the dirt and made a team that is known for being a very physical team since we're going back to the 80s, 90s with these teams, just saying how tough they are, and made their head coach say the Cavs were too physical for them, which that's its own low cal moment right there. As bad as Atkinson was during this entirety of the playoffs, Bickerstaff made himself look like a clown during the Cavs uh, series.
It's just
He really did.
It's just like literally, yes, he averaged 19. He went 5 for 5 on rebounds and assists, but the dude was averaging more freaking turnovers than he was made field goals. Seriously.
And the dude was getting bodied in the 3-point line. I mean, didn't he had like games where he had like 1 for 6 or 2 for 12 or some shit. It's like,
that's what happens when you don't come in with a game plan. What is Kenny really doing on that sideline than standing there with his freaking arms crossed like an idiot? Like, what does he really do? What play are we running? I've seen multiple games, game 2 against the Pistons, and obviously game 1 where we freaking blew the lead, and we have Harden dribbling up the effing court and literally just wasting time on the shot clock. We know that we need to get this ball out to our wings. Freaking Mobley, Merrill, even probably Strus, we need to get this ball out to these guys because we are down by 6 with literally under a minute left. What does Harden do? He dribbles up the court, tries to freaking ISO everybody, which we all know that never works. And I don't know how long it's going to take for anybody, at least on the Cavs management, to even freaking realize that that's not going to help us. And he drives to the hole and turnover. I've seen that so many times this playoff season. And quite frankly, I don't know if anybody, literally anybody, could even want this dude back. Honestly, I'd be shocked as hell.
The only reason I'd ever want James Harden back is on a team-friendly deal. But on the other hand, the dude is so good in the regular season, and then when it gets to the playoffs, it's just like gone. Everything he knows is just gone. Feeding the bigs like he did in the regular season, gone.
Like
he's overshooting Evan Mobley. Like, I don't even know how he managed to do that.
Dude's 7 foot.
It makes no sense. Mobley, let's get into like the players. Like, besides James Harden, what players were you disappointed by in this playoff, and what were the highs and the lows of each player?
It's like, I feel like during the Detroit series, Max Strus really showed himself, at least to me, because you know how much Max Strus pissed me off last year, especially with the fact that I didn't even want him back. I wanted him to get traded. I wanted something to be done in last year's offseason in order to get rid of Strus. And the only reason why I would at least allow him back is that he would need to prove himself. Yes, obviously recover from his injury, but he would need to really get in the gym, work on his game, and just overall improve. Because you cannot post out, like you can't post something literally saying, oh, don't show up if you ain't going to show out. Well, dude, you didn't show up and you didn't show out. So quite frankly, that was just terrible. That was absolutely terrible with what the hell you just did. Honestly, as an athlete, you can't post that type of stuff because once you do, you have a magnifying glass on your freaking head the entire game, and everybody's going to be looking at you. So you better make sure you freaking back it up. And quite like he didn't. And
He
I
didn't in that
love
Pacer series. He was horrible.
he was everybody was terrible. There was literally nobody other than Donovan. Donovan's a one-man freaking army out there because we legit still have the same problem that we do this year where there's no depth on this team. There's no improvement with this team. We want to like the Knicks depth is so crazy. That's why I'm thinking like yes, between the Spurs and even for the game that's actually currently going on right now as we speak with the Spurs and the Thunder, which team do I think, honestly, is a perfect matchup for the Knicks? It's easily the Thunder. It's easily the Thunder because the Thunder have and we've known this about them, the Thunder have so much depth on that team, so many freaking wing shooters and just scorers on that team that they can easily rival the Knicks. But I still think no matter what, I think the Thunder are a better team. I don't see the Knicks winning. I don't see the Knicks winning the NBA Finals. Not just because I don't want them to win, F New York, but it's like I don't see it. I don't see the Knicks winning anything with whoever comes out of the West, even just no matter what. Because Wemby, if Wemby goes to his first NBA Finals, it's gonna be something to witness. It's really going to. But no, I loved what Strus was able to do in the Pistons series. He was easily one of our best defenders. He actually, a couple games, probably either one or two, where he almost got close to around like 20, 25, 30 points. He was racking up points that night where he was easily the MVP.
I want to say that was game 2.
I
Because
think
Donovan didn't have a good game.
I remember, I think it was a home. I don't know if it was game 2 or game 3, but it's like this dude was really showing out in Cleveland.
He was. He played very well down the stretch. We were all questioning when is he going to come back from the injury and is he even going to be good? And he came out there, guns blazing, ready to prove something, and he played his ass off. Couple guys I really want to give props to. Well, no, I want to say props because I do have some complaints with them as well. I think Jarrett Allen did some good stuff, especially in the Detroit series.
With what he was given.
Yeah. I thought Mobley and Jarrett Allen, especially in the Detroit series, I thought played very well. Those two set aside the rumors of the soft label, in my opinion, at least for the Detroit series.
Yeah.
I thought Allen played the bully ball very well. He was taking the ball away, and he was fouling a couple times, and he was physical. And Evan Mobley was shooting a couple threes here and there, and he was nice. The only thing they both had to work on was free throws, but that was a team issue.
That was an entire that is what solely just I knew, just let alone from that we weren't going to get to the finals, because when you're averaging 60%, 60 to 70% on free throws, when they are literally the most easiest thing to do on the court and literally the thing that you strive to really perfect, because that is what really wins games in the clutch. Imagine if a shot gets, like, somebody gets fouled and, like, friggin' a second or two left on the clock, and you go up there for free throws, you better damn sure make them, because you can win a game by literally a point, and just with that free throw, that's all that matters. We literally were... Well, I don't even know how many free throws we missed. We were so terrible.
It was bad.
We were so terrible.
There was a stretch. I remember seeing a graphic where they were like in the series against Detroit or something like that. They were like 17 of 44 free throws or something like that. Like, they were terrible.
Even Donovan was missing free throws. Like, I can get the bigs, but the guards? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Big thing is I thought the bigs played well. Overall, I know that Evan Mobley has some work to do for sure.
They all have work to do. They all have, because there's always work to do. There's always.
For sure. If you don't win the finals, there's still work to do. I thought Mitchell was disappointing this postseason. I thought he was very disappointing. And that's not something I normally like to say. I'm a big Donovan Mitchell fan. I think he's a great player. this postseason, I honestly thought they relied on James Harden too much to make a play. And this wasn't the same Donovan Mitchell that put up 50 points against the Magic and still lost. This wasn't the Donovan Mitchell that could take a game into his hands anytime he wants to and make a play. I didn't see that, especially at times in the Toronto series. It looked like they figured him out in Toronto. He was terrible.
He just never got started. And it's like you look at
No.
Mitchell from last year on how he was playing. And yes, we only played 2 rounds, but still, this dude was the only thing we had literally against these other teams, against the Heat and against, obviously, the Pacers. This dude tried his best. But how are you going to do anything when you don't have help?
You put Donovan Mitchell and how he played last year on this team, like the same Donovan Mitchell production from last year on this team when he had that hero ball mentality and had to actually carry the team, put it on his back, he was unstoppable. I mean, the only reason they stopped him was because there was no help. He didn't have the supporting cast last year. Mobley was not great last year in the postseason. He was on milk cartons. Strus was terrible.
Bruce was terrible.
Allen was terrible. Everyone that they had last year, it's again, majority of it's the same guys, but they were not doing well. And last year they had Ty Jerome, who was amazing all up until that Pacers series where he was just abysmal. He was terrible.
I still say that we shouldn't have traded him easily. Like we could have still kept him, and he still could have improved along with Strus. But you want to know what you want to do? Yeah, let's go out and trade for a dude that's only going to pass and not be here at least for more than 6 months. Thanks, Lonzo. Literally, thank you for actually looking at Lonzo Ball and thinking that was a smart ass option. And I get to what they probably at least helped us, like at least with a little bit of cap space. But it's like, come on.
Lonzo Ball, that went down as such a nothing trade because he was so bad that they got rid of him and sent a pick.
So now we can't even get another dude.
He was so bad. He just took up space. He never scored. He passed the ball every time. He was never that efficient here. He's a hell of an athlete, but he just couldn't score. I know we didn't bring him here to be a scorer, but he didn't facilitate anything.
Everybody, no matter what, we need depth. Like, you can't, because here, I don't know what it is with this team, and, like, them just bringing on guys just to, either defend, to rebound, to assist. How about scoring? Because, we gotta, maintain or even get a lead in a game and not be down by 10 for 4 straight quarters, Like, and I want to bring up, one dude that I'm going to be, like, completely shocked even if he still even stays here. But at this point, since they're keeping the coach, might as well keep everybody else, huh? Fuck it, right? No, let's talk about Dean Wade.
They with this team and Dean Wade, I thought he played well defensively, because that's my biggest gripe with Dean Wade. He's a good defender, but he offers next to nothing.
He's literally a body out there that contributes nothing. It's 4v5 every time.
On offense, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's what made me angrier with the game 1 against the Knicks. He put up three three-pointers and a free throw. You got 10 points out of him, and you lost. Any offensive production you get from Dean Wade is a bonus. I don't think he's a bad player, but he's not not a guy who should be like a top tier guy. I think Dean Wade will be back because this team likes him. He'll be back, but I think he'll be back on like a team friendly deal. I don't think he's gonna demand crazy money, and if he does have a good one, you ain't getting it here.
No, and also with what money too, and just the money is a whole nother freaking issue, which Just even with if the announcement of Kenny Atkinson, like not like if the announcement of Kenny Atkinson coming back didn't happen today, I would be kind of really optimistic and more kind of thinking more about the Cavs season, or really, like thinking of what probably might happen, who we might get, thinking of, positively. But no, you want to
Like how
bring
we
him
are with the
back, and
Browns,
now
right?
honestly, I just don't care. I honestly don't care. And I've told people this even as well. Firing Kenny Atkinson should have been it should have been the easy option. That should have been the very first thing that you would have done. Fire him or fire Kobe. Fire one of them. You got to fire somebody. There's no way that you're keeping at least one of these guys, let alone for what the hell this dude has said this freaking this series. But no, you're bringing him back for a third season, and I'm not going to be there. I don't care what happens. I don't care if we get Giannis. I don't care if we get Bron. I don't care if we sign anybody. Anybody. I don't care if we make a blockbuster freaking, like, a blockbuster trade. I don't care. I'm not going to be watching a damn thing because you expect me to watch Atkinson again coach this team after what I just saw in this playoffs. No.
He was terrible. His clock management was terrible. His challenges were terrible. His timeout calls or non-playoff calls were terrible.
What made you sign this dude again? What made you, in your mind, think that, yeah, let's have him back again for a third season? Maybe he'll clean it up. Maybe we'll do something different. Maybe he'll learn from his mistakes. Guys, we don't have time, and we also don't have money, that much money as well. Because Donovan, are you really trying to sign this dude to $70 million a year after everything that just happened? Like, come on.
Here's the thing, man. They either have to sign Donovan, because if they don't sign him, then they are screwed.
No, I get it.
You don't have control of your picks till 2030. You can't afford to keep doing this. You have to have a guy that should lead your team. You should go out and get a Giannis or a Bron.
You need a leader. Donovan Mitchell, he can't lead by himself, but it's also some of the things that he says as well during post-game interviews where it does not sound like he's a leader. Who is the leader on this team? I have no idea. This team is literally abysmal.
I think there's two aspects to this right here. I think the coach needs to be a person that has to rally behind the team and has to hold players accountable if they're not doing things the right way. That's my biggest problem with Atkinson, is he's too laissez-faire with things. James Harden turning the ball over that many times and playing like absolute garbage for the majority of the Pistons series and the entirety of this Knicks series. I mean, he played terrible. You can look at the stat sheet all you want. You can be like, oh, he put up decent numbers. And no. You watch the game and he's not a facilitator in that way. And I don't like crapping on guys that are on my team. I don't, because I want to see the team succeed. I have single-handedly seen this man with my own two eyes lead a team in the playoffs and play well. I've seen him do it, and I know he's older. He's not the James Harden with the Rockets or the Thunder, or hell, even the Nets.
He's never been, at least before COVID, since he left. He hasn't been the same since he left Houston.
So I'm expecting some drop off, a couple turnovers here and there. The problem with him was every turnover I saw where he was getting locked up defensively, it was either an unforced turnover, like a dribble off his foot, or an overshoot shit pass, or not looking where he's going, or it's a desperation 3-pointer, which happened a lot.
It's happened a lot.
The worst part is I've seen the full potential of this team. I've seen Donovan Mitchell score 50 fucking points in a playoff game.
Didn't he get the second or third most points in franchise history? Was that?
Yes.
like I don't know if that was this season, but like James Harden. I've never been more mad in my life. Like, and I was already mad about game 2. I was heated. I was absolutely
Oh,
heated.
you were pissed. You were on the phone with me for a solid what half hour, 45 minutes after the game.
And then
We talked for a while.
game 1 took it. I literally swear to God, I thought someone was going to call the cops on me for how pissed I was. I wanted to throw something through my window for
I
how
was
pissed
just as
I was.
bad.
I was on my hands and knees praying, Kenny, do your effing job. Call a timeout. You have 4. Like, what are you doing? You're just, I don't know how, as a coach that has coached other freaking teams, and just a coach nonetheless, that can stand there with his arms crossed like a moron and look as the lead is dwindling before your very eyes, your analytical eyes.
The worst thing you could have done in that game 1 is exactly what you did. You gave a team that had nothing to lose in that moment confidence. And the worst thing you want to do to a team that has nothing to lose is confidence. And that's exactly what you did. If they win game 1, I think this series plays out a lot differently. I'm not saying we win, but I'm saying it's a lot closer. I'm thinking we're still playing, and we're talking about game 5 tomorrow possibly being, a 2-2 series tie or something like that. But you don't know. Did you see any of the final game by chance?
I only saw really I saw the whole first quarter when we were down by 12 at the end of the first, and pretty much a little bit of the second, and I could not, I physically could not watch the rest with what I was seeing at all.
So I watched probably the last 4 minutes of the game. And you could have confused it for a New York home game.
Yeah.
There was no Cavs fans there. And could you blame them?
Everybody knew what they were getting. Everybody knew what they were getting. You knew who was showing up. You knew who was going to pack that arena. Like even wide shots, because I got to see a stream where it actually showed all the Cavs festivities and everything going on when they would do the wide shots. It was dead. It was so dead in there. There was barely anybody in there. Knicks, Cavs, barely anybody in there because everybody knew the conclusion. You want to spend $500 to watch us have one of the worst losses in franchise history? One of the most embarrassing efforts and showings I've ever seen?
It's like they just laid there and died and just lost all effort. And that's a shame because I saw Donovan Mitchell try rallying these guys, yelling at them, getting in their faces, and no one cared.
No one cared.
No one cared. No one cared. The only guy that showed a little bit of interest was Strus. Harden was sitting down, rubbing his fucking beard, and doing all this shit, dude. He didn't acknowledge anything. Allen didn't acknowledge anything, and Mobley was like facing him, so I don't know what his reaction was, but from what I saw, Mitchell was literally yelling at him, getting in their faces, and nothing happened. Nothing. It looked like no one couldn't have given less of a shit, and that's a damn shame. And that falls on leadership of Mitchell to an extent for letting it get this far into this series, and you're only doing something now. Also, also that's a failure on the coach and Atkinson for not pointing out problems sooner. You knew going into this series that Brunson was going to be a problem. And you held Jalen Brunson to what, 12 points in the first game?
Yeah.
For the first, 3.5 quarters.
They couldn't make any threes almost. Their 3-point percentage was awful. And granted, our first quarter was off too, but then second and third quarter, we were off to the effing races.
We were killing them. And then that final 6 minutes came, and you gave those guys confidence, and that's the worst thing you can do to any team for sure, but especially the Knicks or the Celtics, because they take that and they run with it, and it got to a point they couldn't miss. No one could miss anything, and
You
the
got
Cavs were just trying to.
bench guys that
Yeah,
barely have gotten more than probably 10 minutes in a game making threes. I keep hearing about Landry all freaking week. This like who is who is he? And he's making what 8 for 9, 4 for 4, game 4. Like this dude's doing fadeaway threes when that should be Merrill, that should be Strus, that should be free, that should be
that should
any
be
of our
Harden.
guards. Like,
Any of them, name a guard. So that should be Harden. That should be Mitchell. Mitchell was terrible from three for the majority of the game, and they had to get the teamwork together, and they just didn't. Nothing clicked. It got worse and worse, and then you're watching that lead dwindle, and you're seeing Atkinson do nothing. Like they're gaining momentum as we speak. Call a damn timeout and adjust. Brunson absolutely cooked Harden on a platter. They Every team right now is looking at the Cavs and saying one of two things. One, this team is a joke.
this organization is a joke.
Two, how the hell did they get this far? That's what every team's saying right now, probably. Especially the West. If the Cavs were in the West, they're not even making the playoffs. Not even close.
Oh no. And it's so crazy. Once again, just even constantly in my mind thinking like, man, we're actually bringing this dude back. They actually thought about it. Or more, maybe they didn't even think about it. Maybe they just automatically knew, you know what, we're still going to bring, Kenny back. How? Everything that you've seen, everything that literally has happened in the last month. This is some of the worst. And I've been watching the Cavs for a long time, for a very long time. Like at the point, even around the time when, Bron came back, I was still watching Bron, in Miami do his thing and everything. And obviously we were all there watching the Warriors series, which will easily go down as one of the greatest freaking NBA final series of all time and one of the best freaking, NBA years of all time. And that was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. We were on the highest of high. Granted, there was a lot of, tricky moments in that NBA final series. A lot of really high, like going into gold. Like I felt like I was playing every time that we would go into Golden State, knowing that it was one of the most difficult places to win in easily. And just for the fact that like we were able to somehow, some way win in Game 5 with Bron and Kyrie posting both 40 points. And then the beautiful Game 6 that was honestly Game 6 of 2016 NBA Finals, probably one of my favorite home games I've ever seen, ever. Like
that team was cooking on all cylinders, and Bron finally got his help, and he finally was able to get over that hump and win a finals with his hometown.
Some people also don't know this too, because they probably didn't they maybe showed it on the broadcast. No, they probably did. Matthew Dellavedova was in attendance for Game 4. I haven't seen Dellavedova in however long. He's not even obviously in the NBA. He's probably, overseas playing basketball. But if he's
even playing.
Yeah, if he's even playing. Everybody remembers Matthew Dellavedova as being one of the most physical defensive players in Cavs history, doing what a lot of guards had a very tough time doing, and that was guarding Steph Curry. Guarding Curry around those double screens, around the wing, every single time, chasing him up and down the freaking court, around the wing. It was a bitch. It really, really was. But I remember Delly sticking it to Steph Curry. There will be a lot of times, yes, 2015 and 2016, he would be a menace on the defense. This dude would literally give his blood, sweat, tears. Yes, some people will call him freaking dirty, but hey, you're not gonna freaking find a more, I would not, obviously not desperate, but a more like defensive player like Dellavedova. You have a player in attendance that is personified by defense and grit and heart, which none of the Cavs had that night. And it was
No,
probably so embarrassing to have him in attendance.
it was embarrassing because it was the antithesis of what the team was you brought in a guy that was such a physically dominant defender to a team that couldn't play defense to save their lives. Not one of them.
I'll guarantee you this: if Braun was still on this team, he would not let this shit go. Granted, this feels like this squad
Not
right
one time.
here was the 2018 squad that couldn't do jack shit, even if we had Braun. Literally, that's how it feels again. Just how we got swept in the NBA Finals, which, once again, the only reason why we even made it that far was because of Braun in 2018, easily. But
For sure.
I
Back
just,
carrying, man.
I don't know what you do going into the next season. There's nothing that you can do because you could have made a statement. And, even for instance, if there's any way that we could get rid of Harden, good, get rid of him. And let's say still keep Donovan, still keep Mobley, Allen, Strus, Merrill, keep these guys. You have to get a new coach. There's no way you are going to run this back.
Breaking news for a hot second about the Cavs. I just looked. Apparently, a lot of the bench players were very, very angry during the playoffs because of Atkinson's lack of communication.
I mean, I would
That's
be
why he's.
too.
Yeah, I mean, Tyson was nowhere to be found on a couple of those games, and I know he had his moments where he wasn't the best player, and he's a young player, and I know there was the one game against Detroit where he played a whopping 3 minutes and almost got into a fight,
Yeah.
which is funny.
Yeah.
But some of the matchups and the lineups just didn't make any sense. Or some of these players, like, you had guys that contributed during the regular season and you just never saw them. Like, where was Keon Ellis? In any of these series, any of
Yeah.
them, he barely played.
Once in a blue moon, you would see Keon Ellis on the floor.
And every time I saw him, I mean, he wasn't great out there, but he was fine.
It was at least a breath of fresh air to get Harden off the court.
I mean, you have Harden playing 45 minutes, and you got some of these bench guys that don't even sniff the court. I understand a couple of them. Like, I understand why you don't put, like, Proctor in there, because he's a rookie. You don't put in, like, and he has literally no experience. So, I mean, I
See,
understand why you don't
that's
put,
the
like,
problem.
Proctor.
No experience. That's the freaking problem. That's why you trade for these guys, and that's why you also work with, the kid in charge and freaking get the G League team and actually see, who is ready to step up to the plate, because in these scenarios, throughout the entire regular season, you have to build these guys. It's all about creating depth. That's what a lot of these freaking teams, with the Thunder and now even with the Knicks, they have so much depth that they're literally, how do you freaking have a lead that big in Game 4 where not even one person gets 20 points? That is depth right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, my dad was showing me the stats the other day, and he's like, no one's doing anything on the Knicks, and they're beating us by 30. I'm like, I don't even know how that's possible.
Just like, I mean,
It was embarrassing.
There's literally nothing, like, even with Kenny coming back, there's literally nothing that can convince me to even watch this team, even be invested with this team. There's literally nothing. I don't know what is going on in their minds at all.
I remember, sadly, I know they're going to get me excited again. I know it. They're going to do it. I'm a Cleveland fan. They're going to find a way to do it. If they can somehow manage a way to get Braun back and whip these guys into shape, because he's not going to stand. He doesn't stand for this.
No,
that's not Braun.
But it's still the same thing. Why would he come back to this, though? What would make him, yes, for sentimental wise and everything, but why would he, number one, take a pay cut? And number two, why would he come back to the shit that's going on with this team now, especially that they're bringing back this coach?
I think that they're looking at it and he would look at it in two ways. Number one, this team played like crap in the Eastern Conference Finals.
An absolute joke.
Number 2, they made the Eastern Conference Finals while playing like crap. He probably has the mindset where, hey, I can get these guys to the finals. The only problem I see with that is you need Braun's help again. You can't. This organization, even before Braun, couldn't win. They couldn't win without him, and it's showing more now. And I hate to say it, I think Shaq was right about Mitchell. Do you know the quote with Shaq saying that Mitchell is a tremendous player? He loves watching him, but a team led by Donovan Mitchell is not going to win a championship. He might be right.
I know he's right. Truly, to myself, I know he's right because I've seen this not once, but twice, but 3 freaking times now.
And it's crazy because he is a hell of an athlete, great player, one of the top. I'm not gonna say one of the greatest, but he is one of a top 10 player in franchise history.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
definitely not top 2 with somebody from ESPN Cleveland said.
No. ESPN Cleveland is definitely wrong about that. He ain't beating out Braun, number 1.
Yeah, he didn't win a ring. All right.
He beating out Kyrie. Kyrie was money. That entire playoff run, that dude was money.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest problem with this team is there's times where they can't miss and they look like world beaters. No one can beat them. And then there was this Knicks series where they looked like crap. Not a single guy I can point to where I was like, he played great. You can't point to a single guy during this Knicks series and was like, he played tremendous.
There's just a thing where we're now slated, and it's been like this for years. We are the team that no matter how good we do during the regular season, it all comes down to the playoffs where we will never show up.
And now you brought James Harden on this ship, which is literally the definition of that. If that was the definition of what you just said of the Cavs right there, you just brought in the guy that embodies that.
Like whether Garland could play or not, I wish this trade never happened. I get we had to do something. I get it. I really get it. But, like, I would rather keep Garland and see what the hell would have happened other than getting utterly embarrassed by a dude that does not give a fuck about this franchise at all. He does not care at all. He hasn't cared about any of his freaking teams. He's selfish. That is why he will never win an NBA championship. There's a lot of players like that. And that's the one thing you cannot be in this league is freaking selfish.
If you're going to be selfish, you better be scoring 50 every night.
Like, it's absolutely embarrassing. It was like, even going into the day, we all knew it was going to be a funeral. We all knew. I didn't even want to watch the game. Even if I was off, I wasn't even probably going to watch the game. I was probably going to watch it for a few minutes. And yes, we actually had, I think, an 8-0 lead or whatever the hell. That's all we do. We can't hold leads. We can't make shots. We can't make free throws. We can't defend the paint. We can't defend the wing. Like, what can this team do? And I'm not saying abolish this freaking team. We just have to get the right person to be a leader for us. Atkinson is not that leader.
No, Atkinson has proven time and time again that he is his strategies in the playoffs have been questionable at best.
This team's a joke. And we're going into the freaking, depending on whatever the hell we do, even if we do anything. And we'll probably maybe lose Mitchell. We'll probably maybe lose Mo. We're going to lose one of these guys. I don't think anybody's staying. Like, but it's like, even still going into the offseason, like, what do you honestly think that the Cavs could even do?
The only reason Mobley is out is if Giannis is in.
That's pretty much. And there's no, if we, I'll just say this right now. If we don't get Braun, I feel like Giannis would be a pretty good leader example, and let alone not even only leader, but a physical sample of actually like showing these guys, yo, you got to play with this type of intensity. You got to go, because we've seen so many years on how dominant and physical Giannis can be. You have to display
Yes.
that on the court. None of these guys display toughness and physicality in anything. None of these guys do. You have to have that one person, whether it's Bron or Giannis, in order to do that and convey to the freaking team, this is my team now. This is how we're going to now do stuff. You don't want to be a laughing stock in the NBA? Follow my lead. But I don't know how you're going to follow anybody's lead when you got a joke of a coach that you're going to be, signing again. I don't get it.
I personally think a good team, especially basketball, can overcome a mediocre to bad head coach. This isn't like football or baseball, where football, you need to have at least a solid head coach and a solid foundation. Which, with with basketball, like, are you gonna sit here and tell me that Doc Rivers is one of the best coaches of all time? Like, no, he's
No.
not. He's not great. But he had an all-time great team that he won a championship with.
Yep. Which actually, wasn't it the 08 Celtics, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
And constantly freaking Perkins, I keep hearing him say all the freaking like for the last week or two, which is not stupid at all, and it's actually really good for him to say it too. They had to play through not one but 2 Game 7 series as well, and they still ended up winning the freaking NBA Finals against the Lakers. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like you have mentally, you have to be there. That is what the playoffs are supposed to do. The playoffs are supposed to bring the best out of you. It is supposed to unlock something that either you never thought was inside of yourself or untapped potential that you always knew was there. It has to show that. That's why what makes the NBA freaking playoffs watchable. Like, it was so amazing to see the stuff with the Pacers and everything last year. Yes, they beat us, but it was so amazing to see that team, a team that hasn't won jack shit in forever. I don't even really I can't even remember the last time or even if they won a freaking NBA championship.
They won a championship with Reggie Miller, I believe.
Was it?
Back in
What's
the
they
day.
beat them? It was so long ago, but it was like
It was a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
I feel like it was like over 50 years ago.
No, I don't think it was that
No?
long ago. Let me look it up real quick. I'm 90% sure Pacers' last championship, I want to say it was in the 2000s.
It's just like I don't know how anybody is like really looking at any positivity out of this and is really thinking like, oh, we'll give him another chance. Let's see what will happen next year. There's always next year and da 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 da. Oh, there's been a constant trend with, runner-ups in the Eastern Conference Finals since 2021. All the runner-ups have made it to the NBA Finals and that have at least have made to the NBA Finals. But
So, sorry to cut you off.
yeah,
They made the NBA Finals in 2000 and they lost.
and they lost
to the Lakers.
to
They
the
have
Lakers.
they have not won a championship since the ABA was a thing in 1973.
Yeah, so around close to 50. God,
So it's been a while. So that's on my bad. I thought they won in early 2000s. That's on my bad.
And here's the issue now that you're going into the NBA season next year. Look at the landscape that's about to happen. Like, picture this in your head, Trev. You have Giannis, who's more than likely going to go to either the Celtics or the Heat. He's going to one of them. So no matter what, he's not leaving the East. And
he's gone. He's going away from Milwaukee for sure.
Oh yeah,
that's a foregone conclusion.
There's foregone conclusion. I mean, unless a deal can like pop out of thin air, like another deal that popped out of thin air, which we should have never at least got into with Deshaun Watson, but that's a different fucking story. Because that would have been Atlanta's problem.
Or Carolina,
one of them. But it was still the fact where it was like you have Halliburton coming back as well. He's going to be coming back. The Pacers might get, I mean, who knows? They might get to probably be a top 4, top 5 team, like easily with Halliburton back. Then again, with him kind of coming back, we don't know if he's going to be the same player. How's the, conditioning going to be? We just don't know. I mean, once again, they traded away Miles Turner, who was another big asset to that team back then.
Plus, you also have the Celtics. You can never count out the Celtics. As much as we all thought they were written off this year, they played with house money and they kicked everyone's ass.
I'm going to say one team that's really going to do some moves in the offseason, the Pistons.
Pistons got to get an actual shooter. If they can get a shooter, they'll be dangerous.
Well, they got to get Cade help. They got to get Cade help. They probably are maybe going to get. I don't know if they're honestly going to keep Duren, but it's just like there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to make moves. I mean, Sixers probably.
Duren played like absolute trash in the playoffs. He was on a milk carton that whole time.
Yep. Like the East is going to get stronger again. And where's that going to leave us?
And the West is already strong. So, I mean, this was your year.
This was your year. This was your best opportunity, and you will probably never get this opportunity.
So now you got to really retool and think, because if you trade away somebody like a Mobley or a Mitchell,
you can't trade either one. Realistically, if you want to at least have a shot, you can't trade either one, or you can't trade either one.
The only way you trade Mobley or Mitchell is if you get someone like a Giannis, but still, that can only take you so far.
You need a multi-team trade. That is what's going to have to happen. You're going to need a multi-team trade, 3 or 4 teams. We've seen it happen before. Wasn't the KD trade like 4 teams and shit?
Something like that.
Like that.
That is such a... I can't stand Kevin Durant. I can't. I used to like him a lot back with
Everybody
the OKC.
Did.
He was great. And I can't stand him anymore. I just can't. Is he a top 100 player of all time? Yes. Easily. He's top 50.
Future Hall of Famer, sadly.
Yeah. Do I give a shit? Not really. I can't stand him. He's an asshole. He's as selfish as Harden in his own way.
Doesn't show up for his team.
No. He just goes to whatever team's willing to put up with this bullshit. Same way with Harden, and hopes that they'll love him. And it's just crap. The whole system that they're going for is crap. Every team that puts up with either of these two guys bullshit, I'm tired of both of them. And I'm ready for Harden. If you want to be a focal point on a team, if you want to keep doing the shit that you're doing at your age, you have to show up, and you better be ready to take some team-friendly deals.
It better be team-friendly. There ain't no way I'm offering more than $3 million. There's no way in hell.
Oh, he's getting more than that.
Or just still, with just how I just don't know how you offer this dude barely any of that with how he's played.
How he played in the playoffs, and he was barely with you the regular season, so you can't be like, well, he was so good the regular season, but there was a tail off. No, he was barely with this team for the regular season. They were good. They were better. But, I mean, it sucks. The whole system that they have right now is sucks. This is Browns level bad.
I never thought this organization would get to this point, literally, at all.
The last time they were this bad was when not KD. I don't know why I said KD. And Bron and Kyrie left.
Yeah,
and we were that trade when we were stuck and we were in the doldrums.
When we traded the whole team away in the freaking trade deadline of 2018, we traded everybody away. Wade, Rose, they were all gone. Isaiah.
Wade and Rose were past their prime at that point. There was nothing left.
But why are we spending money for? I'm not calling them fossils or whatever, but it's why are we spending money for the past when we need to be progressing for the future? That is the Cavs issue right now, which is unfortunately where they're at right now because they can't rebuild till 2030. So they're unfortunately and it's the main reason why they freaking did the trade. They're going for, and I can't even say yes. It's like going for veterans is bad. I can't say that because I've said countless times, and Trev knows this, that if Kyrie never would have got injured and never would have tore his ACL, I thought Kyrie is somebody we easily would have tried to pick up. Easily. Because Kyrie
For sure.
has that freaking drive. He has that mentality. Kyrie's been on this team and has won a championship, so he knows what it takes. Like, we needed him. We needed somebody to be that leader that unfortunately Donovan is not.
Not to mention has some of the best handles I've ever seen out of any NBA player.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't dribbling the ball off his fucking foot.
No. No. You know what he is doing? Making floaters over 3 defenders. That's what he's doing. That's what he was doing in Dallas the last time I saw him.
He's making 3-pointers flawlessly. Nothing but net. And if he does, and if he would have been the perfect guy to come back and bring him back. We love him here.
Yeah.
Cleveland loves Kyrie.
I love Kyrie. Even when everybody wanted to boo him back in 2017, I love Kyrie. I never stopped hating on him at all. I got like 4 Kyrie shoes in my closet right now. Legit.
I was gonna say, I know people. There's Cavs fans out there that only own one Cavs jersey, and it's Kyrie. That's like, I only own one Cavs jersey, and it's a Kyrie Irving. Like, given I know a couple people that the only jersey they own is LeBron James, but
Yeah.
aside, those are the 2 most popular players in my lifetime I've seen from Cleveland, the Cavs.
I want to talk about a dynamic duo. We've seen lots. Kyrie and Bron, like,
Tough to stop.
They were the sole reason we even had life back in Game 5 10 years ago. And it's crazy that looking, because, like, here's the one thing even I'll bring up, too. Like, even looking back 10 years ago, we were on the highest of high. Now we hit the lowest of low that I've ever seen this organization and this team hit. What is that really going to, what is that, not mentality, but what is that thought going to think about the Guardians this year? 10 years ago when we were literally having the best season I've ever seen with an incredible squad and going into our first World Series in God knows how long.
95. Or 96. 96 was the last World Series we went to, and we lost to the Marlins.
Yeah. I'm hoping these guys do great this year. I really am. Because everything that Cleveland right now, and once again, I mean, I don't know about the Browns, but we're going to wait and see. I'm really hoping for some good news because as it's going right now, you got to give us something with a team that literally just quit on this city and these fans with these prices. Good luck, because I'm not freaking going next year. Sadly, sad as enough. Usually I would pay at least $100 for a good seat. I'm keeping my money. I'm keeping my freaking money.
We've gone to games together. We went to the Thunder game.
We went to the Thunder game. We went to the Rockets game where easily Mobley was bodied by Sengun. Like killed. Like it was.
We went to the game where we sat damn near front row against the Clippers.
Yeah, it was against the Clippers against Kawhi and PG, and
Kawhi
we won.
and
We won too.
We won pretty good. I remember
with Garland.
God. Garland played, and he played well.
It's just like you really think, and like this is the last, like it's probably the last thing maybe that I can bring up, honestly, because I don't know honestly what else we could probably talk about this freaking team. But it's like all eyes are on 2 people this offseason, are on Giannis and on LeBron. Now, according to Wendy, and I don't know if this is true or not, LeBron is not looking to take a pay cut. He's not. So
why would he?
Why would he? Number one, because with the numbers that he's doing, and people are saying, oh, even if he would come back to the Cavs or if he would stay with the Lakers, it's his last year. It is not LeBron's last year. Look at the numbers that he's putting up. Yes, he could be 45, 46 for all I care, still putting up these numbers probably, honestly.
You're never going to get a player that's putting up these numbers at his age ever
it's
again.
It's LeBron fucking James. It's the number 1 all-time leading scorer that we will never, ever see. Our kids might, But no, never again. This is ever going to happen again. But it's like you really think, is there a possibility? And I don't. That would probably be the end of the NBA. And Trev probably knows where I'm going with this. That would be the end of me watching NBA this year. If LeBron somehow, some way goes to the Warriors.
There's no way he goes there. There's
That
no
would
way.
be one of the most shocking moves in NBA history.
There's no way he goes there. I think personally, he's not going back to the Lakers.
He's not. He's already made that clear. He's not going back.
I think he does come here. I think I heard this twice today, and this doesn't make any sense to me. To me, this makes no sense. They're saying that the Lakers really need a center, and they're going to trade LeBron to us. Two things. Number one, why the hell would we trade when he's already made it clear that he's not going to stay in the Lakers? Number two,
trade doesn't make sense.
A trade makes no sense. You're giving up an asset, a player, a center, so either Mobley or Allen, probably Mobley.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe Allen,
honestly, I was about to say they'll probably take Allen. Not gonna lie, because they need somebody at the 5. But it's like to give up that cap space, probably.
True, but that also doesn't make any sense because you're getting Braun back, but you're losing a big asset in Allen.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's LeBron James. Would I take Jared Allen? I mean, would I take Jared Allen over LeBron James? No, but he's younger, and he could do something on this team with LeBron because LeBron's going to be a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that also means any team can bid on him. If you trade someone to the Lakers, then you're guaranteed to get LeBron. Well, you're 90% guaranteed to get LeBron. But it doesn't make any sense.
I just thought of something. I just thought of something wild. Even if, let's say Giannis doesn't go to Miami, but LeBron goes back. I don't really think that will happen, but it just crossed my mind. I really don't think so because, once again, that team just doesn't have any. Why would you go to a team that doesn't really have anything going for them and just look at that?
I was going to say they're a weird team because they have talent, but not enough talent to get over a hump.
Yeah.
The Cavs at least got to an Eastern Conference Finals. You can give them that.
You can give them that.
There's talent there. The talent's there. With Mitchell and, to an extent, Harden at his age. I like how I'm saying bring up Harden's age, but I'm not bringing up LeBron. Because LeBron's way older.
I know this is deep down. I know that this is a winnable team. I know that this is a winnable team just with the right fundamentals behind it, the right people behind it, the right minds behind it.
We've seen the potential of this team. I've seen I've seen Donovan put up 50. I've seen Mobley put up not triple-double, like double-doubles where he's had stuff. I've seen Jared Allen put up triple-doubles. I have seen this team and time again do some crazy stuff where they win and lose. They have to get this together because you don't have much time left, and the West is only getting stronger.
The West is going to continue to get stronger, and then even also, it was like just coming up with the next draft class too. A lot of stuff's going to be getting interesting. A lot.
We have to do something.
We have to do something.
I saw a post today on Twitter. Take this with a grain of salt because I think this was stupid. Because you're not getting this ain't happening. It said potential Cavs starting 5 next year. Harden, Mitchell, LeBron, Giannis. Who is at the 5?
Mobley?
No,
because Mobley would be traded. Yeah.
Would be traded for
and then
Giannis.
Allen, we would have, I assume.
Allen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so good.
It is, but once again, I feel like we're gonna hit.
But you have no depth.
We have no depth. That's the issue. then again,
Yeah.
that has to be a multi-team trade. We could get some depth from other teams. We're not going to get depth from just Milwaukee itself. It has to be a multi-team
no.
trade.
You gotta get. I mean,
sad enough as it is, I'm telling you right now, Strus is gonna be a part of that trade. They're gonna want, out of anybody on this team, they're gonna want Strus. Wade is abysmal. Merrill, they're not. Some teams aren't gonna want Merrill, but I would love to still keep him. They're gonna probably take Strus.
trade today. My dad actually brought this up to me. I don't know if you heard this. A 3-team trade with the Nets and the Bucks. The Cavs give up Strus to the Nets. The Nets give us a pick. I can't remember if it was a first or a second. I want to say it was a second, but I could be wrong. And the Cavs use that pick and Mobley for the couple other picks and get Giannis.
I mean, Giannis,
and they sign LeBron in the offseason.
And that's even still if he wants. Like, once again, where is Bron gonna go? Where do you want, like if he doesn't want to take a pay cut, where does Bron honestly go? Other than freaking, Golden State, I don't really see him going anywhere else. Now,
he goes to a contender.
He goes to a contender. Now, everybody was originally thinking back in 2018, what was the other team other than LA that everybody was thinking that LeBron was going to go to? You remember?
I do not.
It was Philly. Everybody thought he was going to go to Philly and team with Embiid and everything. He could probably do that too and join with Maxey and them because they're looking for some help too.
In all honesty, and this isn't like a slight towards anybody. I think he would hate Philly.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree. I don't know who would want to go to Philly entirely.
He likes teams that I don't want to say have soft reporting because he's soft. I don't want that to come off as that.
Yeah,
because he's not a soft person at all.
No,
at least as a player, he's more of a he likes being the center of attention. And with Philly, he would be the center of attention, but if he had a bad game or something, they would kill him.
Yeah.
Whereas LeBron having a bad game in Cleveland is more like,
I mean, it's LeBron. We love you anyway.
Exactly.
That's why it's like, yeah.
You're not going to get the same love as you did anywhere else but in Cleveland, because everyone hated him after the decision.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hated him. Well, I didn't because I really couldn't remember it. I was like,
yeah, no, I remember the decision happening, but obviously I couldn't comprehend freaking, what was even going on, and just even around that time, like, because at least at that time, at least where I can remember, there was never anything that happened like this. It was a big event. It was a humongous event.
Because it was either Cleveland or Miami to build a super team.
I thought even New York was on that list too.
New York was on that list.
It was like literally once again like freaking the draft lottery, literally.
So, if you're gonna do if you're gonna do this, then you better win.
You better win. You have no choice. But once again, why? Like even like. I love the roster. The roster sounds incredible. It's a freaking NBA Finals caliber roster. How in the fuck are you going to do that? How are you going to do that with Kenny back? That's what I don't know. Honestly, that's what's checking me out. I wanted to go into this video with like all of this stuff, but with literally an hour ago with the announcement of Kenny coming back, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
It's insane because well, who was the coach when Giannis won? Was it Rivers?
I don't have my stuff on me. You're probably gonna have to look that up. I wonder. I don't know if it was Rivers or not. I think he was still. I don't know if he was still with LA. I don't think so. I can't remember.
Well,
Hmm.
big rumor came out apparently for the Bucks.
Wait, what?
A big rumor just came out for the Bucks,
Really?
saying that if Giannis goes there, they got to give up Brown.
That's what I was telling you. That is what it, because no matter what, you can't. You have to get rid of somebody. You have to get rid of somebody, and obviously they're not getting rid of Tatum. Having Jaylen Brown, I mean, like, there would have been nobody else. I mean, like, I guess there would have been a couple other people, but, like, one of the main people to get rid of to fit cap space would have been Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown, when he can get it going, he can get it going. He really can. But, no, I mean, guys, at least with anybody being a Cleveland fan, I mean, I can't remember feeling this low and feeling this probably once again since, the 2018 finals and everything, when, I just seeing a Cavs team that honestly had no right being in the finals other than Bron, but Bron literally carrying this team on his back, having the most incredible playoff run I've ever seen. And it was like, what, 3 straight years of this, whatever it was. 2015, 2015, the Cavs were supposed to win. And then bitch-ass Olynyk freaking had to injure Kevin Love. Kyrie got hurt. And we just could not stop the Warriors. And then obviously 2016, that happened. Everybody knows about it. 2017, it was one of the most anticipated rematches in NBA history with a Golden State team that was pretty much unstoppable. And we all knew that going into the season with KD now joining them. And with,
And they were unstoppable.
They were absolutely unstoppable. The home record was probably the best in NBA history too. Like it was unbelievable. Thankfully, we had everybody healthy, but it's like there was nothing that was gonna take down KD. There was literally nothing.
Also, for the Milwaukee Bucks question, the coach was Mike Budenholzer.
Wow,
Budenholzer.
I think I remember. I remember hearing the name, but I can't remember what he looks like.
I think they hired Rivers a year later.
There's actually another good question, too. It's something that we actually didn't mention. Now, obviously, we all know that the Dallas Mavericks have fired Jason Kidd a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And, well, then again, you know what? Now with me now thinking about it now, because I had the intention to go in with it, it's pretty much, we can't talk about it anymore because Kenny's still here.
Because Kenny's coming back.
Oh, my God. I can't even segue into what I want to talk about because this fucking news, man.
Let's just say this. Now that the Cavs season is sadly over, in heartbreaking fashion, you now have the Guardians to look forward to, which they've played pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have, the Browns, which they're the Browns.
They're the Browns. You never know.
You never know anymore.
Watson week 1 against Lawrence. Great. I think Jacksonville actually has some defensive help. I don't know.
Okay. Here's my thing. Quick thing about the Browns. If you're going to start Deshaun Watson, then you better be going to the fucking playoffs. He don't have it anymore. He doesn't.
Once again, I don't wish injury upon anybody, but if somebody were to tell me, oh yeah, I see Watson probably starting the first couple games and then sadly either getting injured or just whatever else, I could see that happening. He's not starting the whole freaking season. We all know that.
No way. The Browns are going to have probably 4 starting quarterbacks again.
He's not making it through a quarter of this season as a starter. He's not.
He don't have it anymore, especially not at the game speed at the mental prospect.
Yes, our schedule is easy. I would say easy or winnable. The only obviously matchups that are going to be a little rough are obviously the ones that matter, which are the divisional games, which they always are. But it's like
we've gone 500, I think, with everybody the past couple of years.
Yeah, at least in the past couple of years and everything. But then again, you look at everybody else, Trev. You look to see how rough our schedule. We had to face the Bills probably back-to-back years. We've had to face the Chiefs. We've had to face the Eagles. We've had to face some of the top teams in the NFL. And looking at the schedule here this year, we don't really have that. We don't start off week 1 taking on the freaking Dallas Cowboys and getting, friggin' blown out and everything in terrible fashion.
You mean the Marvels? What was that? What year was that? 22 or 21?
No, I think it was last year. It was last year we got blown out or something. Friggin', I think it was last year or 2 years ago.
2 years ago, you're right, because they weren't prepared.
Yeah.
I remember that. Because they were we weren't prepared.
Oh, here, make sure you're kind of behind the mic as well.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But
The Browns should be something this year. I look forward to the rookies.
Yep.
I'm looking forward with all of them. I want to see how they play. I want to see how they handle pressure. And I want to see these receivers, man. I want to see Boston, and I want to see Concepcion. Concepcion.
yeah. Hopefully all these guys, and it matters on the QB at the end of the day. That's really it.
You hearing the other rumors that are circling around the Browns?
Not really.
Hearing Nick Chubb might have a reunion.
No. That'd be which I can kind of see, like, yeah, like eventually, like, in order to, because they didn't have at least maybe the money. I don't know. That would just be surprising. That would be very, very surprising.
As an RB1, as an RB3, who the hell cares? I mean, or even a 2? Why not?
Yeah. I mean,
The standing ovation that he'd get if he came back?
yeah, but it's like we also don't know about Junkin's condition as well. I don't know if he's going to be ready. Like, I have no idea.
Ready. Nobody's 100% confirmed to be ready.
Hopefully he comes back the same or even better. That's really all that I can hope for.
His injury actually wasn't as serious as it looked. I was at the game, and I watched him get hurt, and I was like,
Yeah.
The injury, he like broke his ankle or something. Like, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as it looked.
Yeah.
Watching it. So that was good. I think if you want to bring Chubb back for a nice reunion tour, why not? I mean, the city loves him.
You give the city at least something. If you're gonna freaking try, do I think that, because obviously we know week 1 we're not here because that's week 2, and I think who do we play week 2? I can't even remember. Who do the Browns take on?
I'll have to watch the schedule release video again.
Literally the Browns. Oh, no. Wow. Really? Remember, I have looked at some of the teams. I haven't seen, like, the entire full. Like, I've seen the full schedule, but I don't know, like, the home and away and everything. We do not have our home opener until the end of September.
Yeah.
Wow. Against Carolina.
I have it right now. Yeah, our first 2 games are against Florida, Jaguars, Buccaneers.
Against insane. Baker. Oh, shit.
Baker.
Oh, my God.
That's something.
I mean, we take on a lot of these teams that are young. We got Tennessee again. You got New Orleans. Like,
honestly, okay. Personally, for me, I think the Browns should be better. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs? No.
No, you don't think so? Would you be surprised if they make the wild card?
No, I would not actually, because I think the division this year sucks. I think the Steelers are going to blow, and I think do you think Joe Burrow is going to last the season?
That's the one tough thing. If Burrow can probably stay healthy, easily the Bengals are winning it. Easily, that's what I'm saying. It's like
I think they'll be second.
You'll think they'll be second?
I think the Ravens are running away with the division this year.
Now, I can't remember who at least, if the Ravens picked up anybody, like any actual help or anything, because,
Doesn't matter. They got Lamar Jackson. Doesn't matter.
They got Lamar Jackson, but still, I mean, the dude needs help with receiving, because like
They
yes,
they got two receivers in the draft that look solid.
so that's why I was wondering, like, because I couldn't remember if they got
They
anybody.
took they took they took a guy in the third round, and they took Elijah Sherratt, who's a very good receiver. I can't remember who the other one they took from, but I remember they took Sherratt, and I was pissed
Hmm.
because I think he's actually going to be solid.
Like, just
Plus, they keep getting defensive help, and their head coach now is a defensive minded guy in Minter.
I'm just looking at December 6th, against what is it? No, December 13th against the Falcons with Stefanski. That's gonna be a game.
That's going to be a game where everyone's going to watch, and they're going to be wondering. Well, obviously, a lot can change before that even happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's our starting quarterback at that point? You can't even say, like, no one can
Hopefully
even say
Shadur.
it.
Hopefully Shadur.
I want Shadur or Taylon Green. I don't want to see Watson out there at all. I don't.
And we take on the Giants in New York before Christmas.
I really don't think the Giants are that good. I know they have a nice young core. I know they have Jackson Dart and Scatterbo.
They got some spunk, which is one of the things that I at least it's fresh to see that on a team where it's like you get that kind of spunk and everything, because once again, I felt like we had that back in the day. Baker brought that. Ever since he got here, Baker brought that.
He brought that swagger. He brought that underdog mentality, which is what the Browns, identified with. The problem with Baker, and I've said this before, and you know this, I wasn't the biggest Baker guy. I understand why people liked him. He wasn't my favorite. But you've heard me say this countless times. It was never going to work here. With Stefanski and the different sets and everything that was going on at the time, it wasn't going to work here. The Browns wanted to get a proven winning quarterback at that time. Now I know that, well, I don't want to say winning quarterback, but a guy that they thought was someone that could take them to the promised land.
Yeah.
And obviously that turned into Deshaun Watson.
And the rest is fucking history.
The rest is history. It's probably going to go down as the worst trade in NFL history. I still think it's second. I think Herschel Walker's still worse. But it's close.
It's very close.
Contract-wise, Deshaun beats it by a mile.
Oh, yeah, for contract. Yeah, it's one of the craziest contracts in NFL history.
Mile.
If you want to trade everything away, there you go. That's literally the equivalent. If you want to trade your life away for a freaking for literally just like a shot at something that is like your only hope. If you have no other hope, and that one person.
It was a Hail Mary for a mentally broken down quarterback.
Not even only mentally broken, the amount of baggage and shit that this dude was bringing with the bad PR and all this stuff. And it, once again, didn't stop because there was constant stuff. Also, just wanted to bring up the amount of bad PR that's going on right now. Josh Jacobs was arrested today.
Yep. That's some more bad PR.
Yeah, some more bad PR. And that goes, I mean, even, the NFL is not having a good time. I mean, the stuff with Rashee Rice, yes, because he violated probation and everything with, having marijuana. Like, I can't really compare that to, domestic violence and strangulation and shit with Josh Jacobs that just happened today. I really can't compare that. But it's like, damn. It's bad. It's very bad.
Every team has a scumbag on their roster, and the Browns have one of the worst in Deshaun Watson. And you gotta get rid of that bad PR somewhere. I've said this the entire time we've had Deshaun Watson, and this is even during his time here. And I say that like he's gone, which I want him to be. But winning cures all wounds. It does.
Yeah.
Winning cures the wounds. The problem with the Browns is we're the fucking Browns. We don't win.
Fucking Browns. We're Cleveland.
We don't win. When the Browns have an above 500 season, we're like, wow, yippee!
Yeah.
For do you see the Patriots celebrating an above 500 season? No, you're not. They're
Celebrating
saying
that we
that's an
got to the wild
embarrassment.
card, and I mean, yes, we got to the like. I still remember watching the divisional game with my friend against the Chiefs, and like how close, literally Mahomes going down, it was right there. Even though we would have got our asses kicked to Buffalo, still, like, come
I
on.
don't. I think that game would have been a lot closer than you're giving him credit, man. Jarvis Landry was playing with his head like on fire. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt couldn't be stopped. Miles Garrett was going on a tear, and Miles, Denzel Ward was on a revenge tour. Man, he was killing everybody.
Yep. And then we
So
lost it.
he lost everything.
And then, yeah, it was.
Thanks, Daniel Sorensen, you fucking asshole.
And then we had to play. And then we had to play the Chiefs in literally the next season. Friggin'
The week one.
Yeah, week 1. It wasn't even the home opener. We had to play them at Arrowhead, which was not fun.
And that was a great game.
It was a great game.
They lost 49-42.
It was a very high scoring game.
It was a great game. They played well for the most part. I'll never forget that game because I'm like, holy hell! Like, you just lost by 7 to the NBA. Oh my god!
To the NFL champs.
Super Bowl champs. I'm like, holy hell! These guys are gonna be world beaters this year. Holy shit! Baker got hurt week 2 against the Texans, and it was never the same.
Never the same. The squad was never the same. The team morale was never the same.
No, and it was just insane. The Browns were just they constantly disappoint. I'm hoping that on paper they've had 2 fucking awesome drafts.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Yeah. Literally. I'm really wondering what Monken is going to bring to the table. I really honestly wonder. Yes, I don't like the Schwartz bullshit that happened. I really don't. They screwed him, I know. But it's like he was really the only thing that was keeping the team really,
together.
The one good aspect of this team. Because I don't know how the defense is going to be this year. Yes, on paper, the stars and everything are really great. And I don't know if you heard about this too. There's rumors that Garrett is going to be in. We all know about the Madden curse, right? Sadly, Garrett is probably going to be the cover star for Madden this year.
I heard that, and it might be true, but you never know. Now, did you hear about the report that came out with Mason Graham by chance?
The report? No, I don't think so.
That he played the second half of the season with a broken rib?
Shit. No.
He played the second half of the season with a broken rib.
I know, like, his first season has not been kind of nice to him because dude's been throwing up left and right on the freaking practice field, and I mean,
I thought he played well for having a broken fucking rib.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I stubbed my toe and I'm sidelined for an hour.
One thing I am excited for, I'm excited to see how the offensive line does. Good for the draft in order to help this offensive line be better and stronger and younger.
I'm excited for Fano. I'm excited for both Jenkins. Zion Johnson should be a nice player. This was my big thing with the Browns, and I don't know if you've noticed this too. What have they done the last 2 drafts?
They've constantly, I mean, the last 2 drafts, I mean, they've structured, at least obviously with defense. Their number 1 picks have obviously both been defense. But like, no, because even the one time where I thought they went defense on the first pick this year, no, I guess it was offense. But
yeah, they went Fano.
I was like, thankfully they went offense because that would have been a very confusing pick. But no, it's
every guy that they've drafted has been a football player.
Yeah.
And this isn't like they're not drafting these projects or these the guys with the potential, the
The
potential, the
potential.
potential. That was the number one word that they always fucking said during the draft. The potential, the potential, the potential, the potential. I was so tired of hearing that goddamn word. It's like hearing we're going to be competitive this year. You better fucking hope so.
You better hope so.
I hope you're fucking competitive. What drives me, that's what drove me nuts, was they always talked about the potential, the potential, the potential. Well, you drafted so many project guys, they didn't have any fucking potential. Remember, this is the same team that took Anthony Schwartz over Amon-Ra St. Brown. They took Anthony Schwartz in the 3rd round. How many guys outside of Cleveland even know who Anthony Schwartz even is?
There were so many misses. So many misses.
There's a list. You know, people have the quarterback list and the jersey, which I'm tired of seeing, by the way.
Oh yeah.
There's just as bad as the picks. My entire lifetime watching this damn team, watching the draft was like a roulette table. It was like, what the hell are they gonna do? And then you bet on black.
Literally.
You bet on black every time, and then it comes out double zeros. Like the whole zero table, man. It was a joke. They always drafted nothing guys. I mean, Johnny Manziel, Brady Quinn, Brandon Weed, and Justin Gilbert. Who was the guard? Jedrick Wills.
Oh.
Right? There was a guard. Austin Corbett. That's his name. Austin Corbett. You know, bum after bum after bum. Jabril Peppers, who ended up having a solid career.
Yeah.
Overall. And then,
you remember Barkevius Mingo?
I was just gonna say Barkevius Mingo, yeah.
Man.
They drafted so many bums, and they've had so many guys that they should have taken and they didn't. I mean, it's terrible. So many bumps, like to the point where it's like now they've drafted pretty damn good overall the past couple years, where I'm like, okay,
yeah,
you have a foundation now.
Literally.
On paper, this team should be good. On paper, they're a quarterback away. On paper.
Yeah, literally. We've had our tools and already think like kind of set for multiple years. For the last 4 years. We just needed a damn quarterback.
You traded for the quarterback.
Traded for the quarterback. Look how that. Yeah, he sucked. Because you took a freaking gamble.
A bad gamble.
A bad gamble.
Respect the swing, but you missed so bad it didn't even matter.
God, I can't believe it. But
I knew from day one, and I tried talking myself into it, of course, because that you know, as soon as they gave up the 3 first-round picks, I'm like, okay, you're taking a big swing. And then I saw that contract, and I'm like, we're fucked.
yeah, there was a reason why they only gave up that many draft picks, because they were trading the rest of their freaking money away.
Well, that was the worst part.
That was the worst
contract.
Part.
Well, the picks were bad. The worst part was the contract.
Yeah.
Because he got every dime, and it didn't matter how good he played.
He got every dime to sit on his ass or either just barely do anything. Barely anything. It would be so frustrating to watch this guy on the field play for the Browns and literally just barely either throw stuff in the dirt, overthrow people, barely move out of the pocket. Like, it was just
throwing the ball out of bounds when the guy was open. Like, that's what pissed me off the most.
It was ridiculous.
And then you had 2 quarterbacks during that time. You had Jacoby Brissett, who played great.
Who just had one of his best, seasons and everything, and now he's it's his team now in Arizona right now. He had one of his actually Jacoby Brissett was solely responsible for me winning my freaking fantasy football title for the very first time. Like literally, Jacoby was responsible because I had Mahomes, and Mahomes sadly got injured at the very end in the playoffs, or the very end of the
season.
the season. So it's like Jacoby I had for at least half of the year and everything because I had 3 quarterbacks because because I had Stroud too. So I had Stroud, I had Mahomes, and then I had Jacoby. So it was either playing Jacoby or Stroud, and yeah, both of them kind of did, kind of good and everything, but it was still Jacoby had McBride, and that duo, man, and that was also the fact that I had McBride also on my fantasy too. McBride being easily the best TE coming out of the freaking season, easily
For sure. And the Browns had so much opportunity there with Brissett, and then they made the switch to Watson, and the team just fell apart. I'll never forget that first game. I was at my buddy's house. I was at my buddy Nick and Andrew's place, and we were watching. It was his first game back. I was there. It was the first time I met their buddies, and we're watching the game. And Watson played like garbage. And I'm trying to talk myself into saying, "Hey, it's his first NFL game. We have Browns uniform. He'll be better." And then everyone in Houston was booing him, and even Browns fans were booing him. He played like garbage,
yeah.
and the Browns didn't end up making the playoffs that year. While Brissett held them, I believe, to a 7-4 record.
It was good. It was very good. And I know some people kind of like the Jameis Winston era. Yes, it was a little entertaining, but
I was gonna say, man, you had Jameis, who I have had the fortune of meeting, and just want to say he was a fantastic human being.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
What a fantastic man. Love him. I loved him when he was here. I didn't care. Dude was awesome.
I mean, he had probably one of the highest scoring games I've seen in a minute, other than the Chiefs game with the game against the Broncos prime time. That was
beautiful.
Such a high scoring game. Literally,
it was a beautiful game.
It was a really good game. Sadly enough, yes, we had however many interceptions and everything with Jameis. Jameis will give you like vice versa, 4 turnovers or like 4 turnovers with 5 touchdowns, 5 turnovers with 4 touchdowns. He'll give you that because that's who Jameis is.
I was cracking myself up the other day because I told my dad that this was a while ago, but I thought about it, and I'm like, Dad, what's a Jameis game to you? And he's like, it's like 350 yards, around 50% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks.
3 picks. Picks are always the least over by 1.
I'm like, that is the definition of a Jameis game. I love it. But you lived by the arm, you died by the arm, and I loved him, and everyone in Cleveland loved him. There was a time where I was upset when they didn't re-sign him.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did you not re-sign this dude?
At least to something.
He was perfect, and Cleveland loved him. Like I had the fortune of meeting him at it was, I believe, Great Northern Mall or Summit Mall, one of the 2 malls, and he happened to be there, and he was just great. I mean, if anyone has the fortune of meeting him, I recommend it. He's probably the best fleet celebrity I've had the fortune of meeting. He was definitely up there. Joe Thomas is up there.
Yeah.
He was great. I've met some really nice people in my life. I've met some all-time great players. But Jameis was by far the most approachable, the funniest.
Oh, yeah, I bet he was.
Oh, yeah, I talked to him for a solid, like, five minutes, and he was just great. I absolutely adored him. And all of Cleveland adored him. I even told him, I'm like, thank you for making the Browns season fun. I'm like, you were so much fun here.
Just at least throughout these dark times.
We needed a bright spot, and dude, those quotes were legendary.
Those the prep speeches,
Oh
the
my
before
god.
the game speeches. Yeah,
The horses are ready for battle. Like, oh my god, Jameis.
I mean,
I'm
Jameis
so
could get that
excited to
out of
play
people,
in
even
some
if we were to lose or
snow.
whatever. He would get that out of people.
How about when he was with the Saints and he tore his Achilles like the week prior and they won or something and they literally had a dance party in the locker room and he's dancing with the crutches. Like the dude is like he's the Austin Hedges of football and
The Austin Edges.
but he's way better. Like Austin Hedges isn't hitting for 250 with 7 home runs. Like he's
Yeah,
not doing that. Well, he might this year. I don't know. He's playing very well this year. But still, like I love Jameis. He's the ultimate locker room guy. The Giants are very fortunate to have him.
yeah.
They
Honestly,
are.
with how you know how fun the Giants are kind of looking, and like just how their energy and everything, Jameis pretty much kind of fits in perfect.
Oh, he fits in perfectly. Did you see the schedule release video with him by chance
No, I
for
didn't.
the Giants? He's dressed as Picasso and he's drawing the opponents and people have to guess what it is.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to
And
check
any
that out after.
and anyone that gets it, they get free Giants tickets.
Free Giants tickets.
Like that's hilarious. I thought the Giants did a great job on their schedule release video. The only video that I saw that I thought was genuinely like terrible was the Cardinals.
I don't know. I
And
didn't see that many release videos and everything because even when the release schedule was going on with like during work and all that, like I just kept seeing just Twitter photos.
the Cardinals just did an AI crap of all of the mascots that they're facing in a Zoom call.
Right.
It's terrible.
Right.
Even Cardinals fans in the comments were like, and they punted on this before they even punted the season. It's like it's horrible.
Overall, I mean, we need some
If
good
you're
luck this year.
if
Hopefully.
you're if you're a Cleveland sports fan overall, there is hope. Yes, I know it's been kind of doom and gloom for the majority of this, but there's hope. More hope than I'd say in a minute with these teams. I mean, the Cavs aren't completely dead. We're not going to be like, oh, they're going to be the worst team in basketball. They're not. They're not the Wizards. They're not the Nets. They're not these guys.
Yeah.
They're not these terrible teams. And the Browns, they stink, but they might stink less this year. And the Guardians are always going to be at least a playoff contender as long as Jose's still upright and breathing.
Top two. I don't think we'll ever be not top two in the division, honestly.
The division this year's trash. I mean, the Tigers losing Tariq Skubal is a huge loss. The Royals are good, but they're finicky. The Twins are one injury away from being the worst team in the division. And while the White Sox are playing better than they have been in years past, it'll cool off at some point.
Hopefully. Honestly, hopefully. But just at least probably going to wrap kind of at least everything on my end up. It's like at least everything that I kind of have seen. It's been a rocky NBA playoffs ever since April. I mean, it's been absolutely insane. And honestly, I'm kind of wondering, even as well, with me checking who is even winning the score right now or what the score even is.
Oh, I gotcha.
No, I'm already seeing it. It's 101 to 88 with the Thunder currently winning right now at the end of the third. So still, it's still a game. The Spurs still could come back, but the Spurs could walk out 3-2, heading back to San Antonio for Game 6.
Wemby's only at 14 points with 3 rebounds.
Yeah, they kind of maybe figured him out, possibly. But
their guy has been that Champagne.
Yeah, and
I don't know
even
his name.
Castle as well.
Castle's good. Fox is back.
Fox is back finally.
He's six points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists.
Yeah, and already ESPN's already showing me the breaking news of Atkinson returning. I really want to know what everybody's gonna say. Honestly, I want to know all the thoughts about
I
Kenny
mean, if
coming
they
back.
if they listen to this, they know our thoughts. I don't think Kenny's a bad coach. I just think he does very stupid things
I don't
that
think
caught.
he's not the right coach for us. Like he's not
Yeah,
the
he
right
might
coach
not
for
be.
us. So I don't know what the front office sees, but
You want
I
Ty
don't
Lue
know.
back?
Honestly, I would. Honestly, like I'd want I would want Ty Lue back. At least he wouldn't say some bullshit like analytics or whatever the hell.
He'd probably say something like hold somebody accountable at least one.
At least
Hey,
one, but
hey, January's got to be better out there. Okay.
I don't know. Overall, Cleveland hopefully at least is going to get better this year. Hopefully there are brighter days for any of these sports teams. Guardians are looking good. Browns, we're going to see what's at least going to happen. Cavs, I have no idea. Currently, right now, I am not invested at all with them. And, I don't know what it is going to take, even if we do really good, even if we get the 1 seed at the end, which honestly is obviously not going to happen probably. If we get the 1 seed, if we get Bron and if we get Giannis, just whatever, if we end up making the 1 seed no matter what, it's still not going to matter until when we get to spring, when we get ready for those playoffs. That is what it's always going to matter on. That's what all the media is really ever going to care about. They're not going to see Cleveland as a team to consistently be invested in because currently right now, they love talking about us, but it's for the entirely wrong reasons.
Yeah.
For the wrong reasons.
Whenever you hear Cleveland in any sort of national media talk, they're always a punching bag, no matter what sport. Even the Guardians get shit on every time they're on ESPN. I never hear them talking one word about Jose Ramirez. Or if they do, it's like, yeah, Jose's good. Let's move into the Twins. Yeah, they got Byron Buxton. It's like, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I don't know. At least your kind of final thoughts on what is your outlook for Cleveland sports at least this year? What do you hopefully look to see going into the rest of the year?
Well, for me, I think the Guardians are gonna probably make the playoffs like they normally do. I think they're going to hopefully make a nice run. Maybe win the division. Probably make it past the first round. Hopefully, I if they keep playing the way that they're playing and the young guys keep hitting and keep steadily getting better, the Bazanas and the Delators, and the pitching improves more with Messick and not Bybee and
Oh yeah,
Cantillo. If you can get those guys that keep going and keep getting better, Cade Smith is finally looking like he's gonna emerge as a solid closer. Not the perfect guy, but somebody. He's not a class A,
yeah. Yeah, no.
but hopefully they can actually make it to the ALCS again.
Hopefully,
And we'll see. I mean, maybe even a series. I
hopefully.
don't know, I'm kind of thinking out loud here. And the Browns, listen, if you're over 500, that's a win. I don't even care. I mean, if you're over 500 in this easy ass schedule, you somehow go 500 in the division, and if the Browns make the playoffs, hey, hats off.
Hats off. If
That's a
we have a
that's a bonus.
scenario, if we have a scenario just like the Colts did last year, there were a lot of surprising teams coming out of last year with the Colts, and obviously, I mean, with the Giants, the potential of the Giants and everything.
But yeah, the Browns have the potential. They just need the quarterback play. If they can get, I said this last year, if the Browns could get average quarterback play, they're a playoff team. Average, league average.
You just hope for good news eventually coming, but
Exactly.
we have gone close to almost 2 hours. We have talked about a lot, obviously, mostly with the Cavs and even some Guardians and Browns. There is so much to hopefully still look forward to. I want to thank Trev for having me on for this incredibly long video. Wish it could have been. I wish, honestly, we could have been talking about the Cavs making the NBA Finals for the first time
Oh, of
in freaking
course.
8 years. But sadly, that is not the case. But hopefully, I mean, maybe the trend will still continue. Maybe the Cavs somehow, some way do make the NBA Finals. But with Kenny here, I really don't know. I will have to see something drastic in order for me to really get invested with this team because
For
honestly,
sure.
you're going to have to win back a lot of your fans that with that performance you did last night in game 4, you're going to have to win all them fans back for showcasing this team as quitters because that is how you guys are being looked at right now. So, I don't know what you're going to do.
And it's just a mess. It is a
Yeah,
mess with that because you're being seen as quitters. That's the worst thing you can ever be looked at in any sort of sport is a quitter.
that's what we
Quitting
did.
on your team is one of the worst things you could ever
Quitting
do.
on your city, quitting on your fans, just quitting in general.
The
There's
people that
no
have
need for
supported
that
you,
at all.
don't for sure. It's
But
terrible.
but
Well, yes, that should do it for sure.
yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully there's good stuff on the horizon, hopefully. But
For sure, for sure.
all right. Thank you very much for having me on, man.
Oh, of course. This is a blast.
All right. We will catch all of you guys later and hopefully it's going to be some good news and not a rant the next time Trev comes on for a video. All right. I'll catch all you guys later.
Peace,
And
everybody.